Yesterday, out of nowhere, Stray Kids Hyunjin and aespa's Karina together became the talk of the town. And it all stemmed from a random post online of a close-up screenshot of Hyunjin's phone. The speculation and debate that exploded was whether or not his background was this image of Karina. People even went so far as to superimpose the two images to quote-unquote prove that it was definitely her. As you can guess, the assumptions were, oh my gosh, this must mean they're dating. Now, on the other hand, there were also people arguing that no, that looks more like a picture of Hyunjin's dog. But by now, we know how deep people will dig, pointing out the two idols had matching names with blue hearts on the Bubble app, have recommended the same songs, that means they're practically married. And for those who are thinking right now, wait, all of this evidence seems pretty valid. Well, this is an example of why we shouldn't jump to conclusions based off a few coincidences. Hyunjin himself took to said Bubble account and simply wrote my phone background, or my wallpaper, while sharing this picture. This whole time, people were debating back and forth, spreading dating rumors, and it turned out to be his own sketch inspired by a drama he watched. I think this may have topped the other crazy rumor from this week that idol SOYEON was leaving Cube to go to P Nation based off what looked like a P Nation business card or sticker on the back of her phone. Guys, remember, while we don't know 100% of the details, SOYEON is still under contract with Cube, and she's also a very talented and sought-out producer that's probably working on a lot of projects with different companies. Now, while Karina was probably absolutely confused seeing all this chatter due to a blurry photo and her Bubble username, Winter had to deal with people attacking her for her Bubble posts. See, she shared with fans on the platform that she had 25 hamsters while growing up. That's because while she only started with 2, I mean, you can guess the rest, right? That story got her quite a bit of backlash for apparently mistreating the hamsters. How, you ask? By not following quote basic hamster knowledge and putting them in the same cage. And similar to the Hyunjin and Karina story, people dug even more, pointing out one time where it seemed like Winter pet a cat too hard and was now getting accused of continuous animal abuse. Although, like some of you are probably commenting right now, there were fans defending Winter as well, pointing out she was a kid, asking how much research and prep work do you really expect kids to do before getting a pet? Although apparently prep work these days could also spark random rumors, because on his way to host Music Bank with Oh My Girl's Arun, TXT Soobin was seen with Fromis9's comeback performance on his phone. Can you blame the guy though? There's a reason Fromis9 just got their first win with this comeback. But beyond how awesome their song is, most people will remember that, oh yeah, he's the host of Music Bank. It's his job to interview the groups, familiarize himself somewhat with all their current songs and promotions. Not only that, but Fromis9 are now officially a Pledis group, which means they're also under hype. Everything about this picture makes total sense. But of course, I think we all know what kind of assumptions were already being made here. They just can't catch a break. However, TXT were involved in a way more serious situation recently. While the guys were making their way to their van in an underground parking lot, the members were suddenly bombarded with a bunch of cameras that turned into an extremely chaotic scene. For some reason on this day, no bodyguards were seen around them, forcing the guys to stumble their way to the car, seemingly being pushed and pulled the entire time. And this is where a lot of confusion comes in. Reportedly overwhelmed and out of anger, TXT's manager pushed Soobin into the car, making him hit his head. The same manager was also said to have pushed another staff member, but again, it's hard to see or know what exactly is going on. The only guess I have is maybe there wasn't security because it was underground and they didn't think people could access it. But then again, they should probably know that sasaengs and paparazzi are willing to cross any boundaries. Fans are now asking HYBE to protect TXT better, especially when they're vulnerably out in the open, even if it's underground these days. Thankfully, as the week has gone on, it seems like the guys are good, although HYBE has not addressed it at all. Actually, you know who could protect them? I mean, we know how much Jessie loves Soobin and how big of a fan Eric Nam is of TXT. Let's just unleash them as security.